Welcome everybody, this is the Poker Knight, that's K-N-I-G-H-T, and I'm here to help you win some money. Check this out. First hand. Overbetting cost me the hand. I'll show you what I mean. King Queen offsuit. Under the gun. I raise hard. Keep in mind, I am playing a cash game here, and of course, I'm donking it up hard. So, pushing into these guys, trying to get their chips. And this is absolutely how I win. So take a good close look and observe. Pushing into him, I get one call, eliminate all the others, I get one call, I go heads up, king queen, hit the queen, get a bet of $1.08 in, and then I overbet. I bet too much, but I was afraid of that 4-5 could either give him a straight or a flush, so I bet heavy. And I was actually hoping for a call here, but he didn't call, so it's up to you. Mathematically, he shouldn't hit the flush, and he shouldn't hit the straight. So it's okay for him to call a lower bet, like $2 or $3. I'm sure you mathematicians probably agree with me. But in this case, I think I overbet, and it cost me more money. I could have gotten more money. Pocket threes and a semi-bluff. Coming at you once again from the cash game. Normally playing pocket threes differently, I wouldn't call it here. A raise from Stu Rob Heels, 9. Demian makes the call. Over to White Sox, who folds back to me, who raises. Do I raise here? Yes, I do. And that's the way I like to play. I raise. Now, upon raising, I am called by one player, two players hoping to see a good flop, which comes King 6 King. I remember being scared here, but not scared enough not to bet. Now, out come the big guns. Boom, boom, $1.25. Takes a while, but they both go down. Boom, and the Poker Knight takes down another pot. Is a pair of sixes good enough to take down this pot? Let's find out. I'm over in an early position. Ripped folds. Over to White Sox, who also folds. I see an opening. So I make the call and get 3 folds right there, which I like. Now I'm up against 2 players. I've got a face card. I like my odds. Now we're heads up, me and Demian. Once again, I know this fellow from playing him at the tables. He raises me, I re-raise. I want to give him the message, no, you're not taking my blinds. That's the message I'm sending. 25-cent bet doesn't scare me when the ace comes out here. So what do? Fire the bullet. $1.52 into the pot. Gets the call from Damian. So now I know he's gonna make calls here. So what do? I lower the bet value, but I still fire the bullet. Still fire the bullet. 50 cents coming at you, Demian. He makes the call. Out comes the river. I know it hasn't helped him. Don't know what he has. Probably had it as a queen of his own. But I've got a pair of sixes. So 75 cents he calls. I take down the pot and he mucks it. Unbelievable. A pair of twos takes it down. Seriously? Yes. Watch this hand. Watch what happens. Once again, once you get to know the players at the table, you can make these kinds of decisions for yourself. 60-cent raise from Crafty Kyle, probably holding some high cards. I haven't seen him play very much, and I haven't seen him play very well. Over to White Sox, who folds. What do? I make the call. I want to see the flop, 'cause I'm suited up. Black spades. Over to Chubbs, who also makes the call. Now, here it's my option. and I do check. Leading on to Crafty Kyle. Waiting patiently for him to act. Don't you hate it when a player takes so long? Free card. The Poker King, the Poker Knight catches a deuce. I know that sounds terrible, but there we go. I caught a 2. I caught a pair of 2s. 33 cents into the pot, get 1 call. Probably fishing in a flush here. So I bet into him, and then I check. And he checks, and it's good enough. I take it down. Number 5, checking the tricky river. What's a tricky river? Let's find out. Let me show you. Ace deuce. In the dealing position, I've got the button. I've got the power seat. What am I going to do with it? Well, let's find out. I did make some money in this session, so I do want to show you. 25 cents coming at me. I definitely make a raise on that. I don't feel 25 cents is a strong bet from this player at this point in this game, which is how I come to this decision. Flop comes ace 5 jack. I like the ace. I also like the jack. I think these guys have probably hit something. Check comes all the way around to me. I check it as well, trying to go for the trap, but it backfires. Now there's a potential straight on the board. Now I don't like what I see. However, I sense weakness when I see a check like that, so I bet into it, and that's 44 cents coming at you, La Hermandad, which means the Brotherhood. And then White Sox folds. Too much money for him. 10 on the board. Now there's a real possibility. If he's got a queen, I'm done. So I don't bet at all. I check. That's right. But the ace takes it down, and La Hermandad mucks it. Here comes a good fold on a steal attempt. Doing some bluffing here, trying to steal some money. Larceny at the table. Poker Knight at the cutoff position. Waiting patiently with a jack 5. Don't know how I'm going to play it because it hasn't come my way yet. One caller, Crafty Kyle. I think I'm in. And that's how I play. It's based on the number of players and based on how these players interact. Now I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I do want to take down the pot, but it's only got 56 cents in it at this point. Crafty Kyle's always taking his time. Either deliberately or on purpose. Checks it over to me. I decide to take a stab at it. 66 cents into a 56-cent pot. I could make a little bit of cash, but I am risking some as well. Over to you, Crafty Kyle. He raises a whole dollar, so I think he's got something. I sense that maybe I should fold, and I do, and I think that's a good fold. I took a stab at it. Now here's where overbetting costs me once again. I still haven't learned my lesson. I've got a great starting hand, couple of cowboys. What do? I stick all my money into the pot. Now, that's not a bad mathematical move. I mean, especially if you've got some donkey callers who are going to call you with ace-jack, ace-queen. But in this situation, I got no action, so I played it wrong. No action, I overbet the pot. Everybody folds. That's that. This next one's good. Hitting trip nines on the flop. Catching a 9-5 of clubs. Something I like to see. Something I can make a straight and a flush with. Definitely worth my call. Definitely worth my raise. Pushing hard into this pot. Just trying to maybe knock a few people out who wouldn't otherwise call. Unsuccessfully. Crafty Kyle does fold over the blind. I hit trip nines. Definitely going to try to milk some action out of this one. So a check from White Sox and I min bet, which gets a raise from Chubbs. I'm licking my chops already. We're heads up now. Let's see how much he's willing to pay. I raise him $2. In he goes. Not sure what he's thinking here. I check the turn. Over to you, Chubbs, but he is not falling for it. He's not betting. So here I go for a massive bet. And of course, it's too much. He doesn't call. And I don't get paid. When will I learn? Alright, here we go. This is the part you've been waiting for. Here comes the bluffing. King Deuce offsuit. Again, waiting my position, waiting my turn, absorbing information, trying to make sense of all this information and make a play for the money. Here, the play is raise. I raise 75 cents trying to get other players to fold, which succeeds. This is excellent so far because having a king against another player, heads up, you're in a good spot. Was hoping to hit my king, but I didn't, so out comes the first bullet, 50 cents, just enough to take it down. I'm happy with that. Moving on to the next hand. Pure bluffing. 8 deuce offsuit. There is a worse hand, but it's not much worse. In fact, this is one of the worst hands in poker. Some people say the worst. But 7-2 is mathematically the worst hand. 8 deuce is still just as bad. So what do? Well, everybody folded, so I'm gonna raise. It just makes sense to me, right? White Sox makes the call. Now I have no idea if he's hit something or not here. In fact, I'm starting to wonder, what have I done? I remember at this point, I'm thinking, let's fire the bullet. Here it comes. $1.50, big bet. Will he fold? Yes, he does. Spoiler alert, he folds. $1.50 takes him down. Poker night, once more a winner. Last hand, 3-barrel hardcore bluff. This is a bold bluff, the boldest one yet. 4-9 suited. I can make a straight with this. I can make a flush. It's a good hand. Again, depending on the players and the situation. On this particular hand, I decide to make the call. See the flop. Comes King, Queen, 3 of spades. Not my color, not my choice. But I've got to make a play for the money. Out comes 50 cents, the first barrel. To the first player. He makes the call. Ripped folds. I've got to make another bet here. I know it. I can feel it. $1.25 coming at you, Stu Rob Heels. That's 2 bullets that he's dodged. I've got to fire the third barrel. I know it's going to come out. I got to make a hefty bet here. $5. Stop him in his tracks. He folds and I take down the pot. Once more, the poker night comes out victorious.